Well, hello, welcome back to my kitchen. Today in my household, it's Sunday. I don't know what day you're gonna see it, but it's Sunday. And typically on Sundays is when I make a nice meal, a nice good meal, and I'm not super concerned about the budget. I'm always concerned about the budget. It's just in me. So that's just what it is. But today I'm gonna show you how I can make a meal I've made before, but I'm gonna do it a shortcut way, so it's real easy. It's gonna feel like some comfort food, and it's gonna be easy to make. So, what are we gonna make? When I was little, we called it pigs in a blanket. Now, everybody else, pigs in a blanket is hot dogs in a roll. Not in my household. We grew up with what they call cabbage rolls. We called them pigs in the blanket. But that takes a lot of time. I've made it on here before. I can link it for you if you want. But I'm going to show you a way of doing it. I deconstructed one, and you can get all those yummy feelings about Sunday supper very quickly. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. Let's hit those pots. Come on. Here's what you're going to need for the main. You're going to need some cabbage, some kraut. I may not need that whole can. It's just the one I had. Some crushed tomatoes. You could take or leave the onion. Some rice. That's instant rice. It's a cup. And a pound of ground meat. I'm using ground turkey. I'm on strike for the ground beef until those prices come down, I think. I don't know. Subconsciously, I guess I'm on strike. Let me show you what we're going to do for some sides. I'm going to make pasta salad. I'm on a pasta salad kick, I think. I've made these a bunch of times, so you're going to need the Italian dressing, some spiral pasta. I like the colored ones. I usually buy the store brand, but they didn't have it. That was on sale, so that was actually cheaper. Going to use some peppers. That's what I have, and they're starting to look a little bit sad, so I need to use them. That's why I thought of the pasta salad. I got some salami down there. Typically, I put cheese in there, but since Erica's going to be having it, I'm just gonna not do that. We have some green beans, and we're gonna make some mashed potatoes. Let me show you what the dessert's gonna be. There goes what we're gonna use for dessert. We're gonna need some butter and some seasoning as well, but that's the main ingredients. I'm gonna show you all the spices and things as we go along. I'm just showing you the main ingredients for everything. To make the peach cobbler dump cake, I put an extra can of peaches in there. It's just regular old peaches. This is the pie filling peaches. I'm gonna put 2 of those in here because we like lots of peaches. You don't have to. There's enough in those 2 cans. But we like a lot of peaches. Okay. I'm going to add some cinnamon. You could take or leave it to the cobbler. Try and get all that ooey goodness out of there. All right. I'm just going to sprinkle some cinnamon across the top of it, and then we're going to mix it in a little bit. Use about a half a teaspoon, I guess, just to give it a little bit of something going on. That's good. Okay, I do my dump cake just a little bit different than other people, and I'm going to show you why. All right, next step. So I put the entire bag of cake mix in there. I've melted, this is what I do differently, 3/4 cup of butter, because a lot of times what I find is that I get dry spots, and I don't like that. So I add mine in like this. We're gonna mix it around, and we're gonna put this on top of the cake, so everybody's got some love. It's a little bit harder this way, but I still do it. Oops. All right, so I got that all mixed up. We're just gonna put plops all around, just like that. It's a little harder this way. I'm not saying it's easier, but I like it better. I see some dry spots in there. So just keep going till you get it all the way across. Okay, I'm just going to spread it around best I can. I still have a little bit more in the bowl, but I want to spread this out. Okay, that goes in a 350 oven till she's done. Okay, on to the next one. All right, to the pot, I'm just going to add the pasta. Let's get over and start chopping things. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel up the potatoes and dice them up. They're all chopped up. I'm going to get them in a pot of salted water and start boiling them. That is done. The little speckles on top are just because I sprinkled a little bit of cinnamon across the top just for color, nothing else. We're going to let that cool off and keep on moving. Look down there. Look how yummy that is. All right, so I chopped up most of the black olives. There's a tiny bit left in there. I chopped up all of my green olives because there wasn't very many. Some of those tiny peppers and the salami I chopped up. Size doesn't matter. It's whatever floats your boat, whatever you like. And this is about as easy as it can get. Dump and go. I'm going to put in half of the peppers. I'm going to end up putting it all in there, but I just want to put in half. Just so in case I have too many. I'm always afraid I'm putting too much in the pasta salad. In go all the, I was going to call them grapes. Black olives. Green olives. And the salami. You can add provolone to this and onions. I don't because Eric can't eat the provolone and I don't like the raw onions. The kind of Italian dressing that I use is the wishbone. I don't know if you could say that. I had a smaller one, but I forgot I had a big one in my refrigerator open. Truly, this is all I do is I just douse it. Boom. And then give it a mix. I'm going to mix that off camera because it's a little awkward where I'm standing. All right, there you go. It's all mixed through. I added the rest of the salami in here and another squirt of Italian dressing. You can add onion to this. You could add tomato to this, whatever you want. We like it this way, and cheese, of course, but I can't do that because of Eric. All right, here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down into quarters. It's a little hard because I got to kind of rock it. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm cutting it into quarters. All right, so I chopped up half of that giant head. And I'm going to soak this in some water in the sink to make sure there's no bugs or sand or dirt or something like that in there. All righty, while the cabbage is soaking, we're going to start on the meat. And I diced up an onion. Other than that, we're ready to start cooking. Oh, I have some Italian type seasonings out there. I have some Italian seasoning, oregano, parsley, basil, and garlic and onion powder. I'm also going to get some garlic out too. All right, so we're going to heat up your ground whatever. I'm using ground turkey. But we'll start breaking it up in the pan. We're going to add some seasonings while it's cooking. All right, this is some oregano. I'm just going to jazz it up however I see fit. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to throw a couple of burgers in there that are frozen because I have extra coming. So I just got to bulk up the meat a little bit. So it'll be fine. It'll thaw out in the pan. And it'll make the ground turkey taste a little bit more beefy. All right. I'm going to add some basil. Italian seasoning. Ooh, it's flying everywhere. Some parsley. Got to refill this jar. Onion powder. Garlic powder. I'm going to add all of the onion. So I'm just going to keep breaking this up. And I'll show you what to do after that. So we're going to add some garlic. Let that get fragrant. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. If it's not enough salt, I can always add it tableside. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna let it simmer for another minute or so, and then I'm gonna take it out and we're gonna start on the cabbage. And we'll be adding this back in a little bit. Gonna add just a little bit of olive oil in here. I took out too much of the grease from the hamburger. I just don't want my cabbage to stick. It makes its own liquid, so you don't really have to worry, but just be careful how high you have your settings. I have mine on medium. Now we're gonna add the cabbage. I have a little bit more sitting in the sink, but what we're gonna do, we're just gonna let this cook down a little bit. I'm gonna get a lid and put it on top and let it cook down. Before I add the next cabbage in there, I'm gonna add some seasoned salt. I don't like that there. It looks like it has something on it. Oh no, had a brown spot. I'm gonna add some seasoned salt. You can add table salt and some pepper. Freeze right there. Here's a tip for you. I've made cabbage a lot, and if it tastes bitter when you're cooking it, add more seasoned salt. It takes the bitter taste away. Just be careful and don't do too much. And I'm gonna add the rest of the cabbage in here so we can cook down. Sorry, wrong way. I'm cooking a lot. It will cook down though, not that way. Okay, I'll be back when that cooks down. All right, the cabbage is cooking down. I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoned salt and pepper to the top of this one. And some pepper. The potatoes are about done, so we're gonna start mixing those up and have those ready, because as soon as this is done, we start adding stuff, it's done. So we're just gonna continue to let this cook down. All right, so in the pot, I have some butter, salt, and pepper, and I have a little bit of the starchy water because I cannot use milk when Eric's eating this. So I'm just gonna give that a big old mix. Alrighty, let's give that a good little tasty poo. It's a little bit thinner than I like, but, oh, perfect. Let's get back to the cabbage so we can start eating. All right, just get the steam out of the way first. Woo! All right, that's softening up. Let me just check and see how the cabbage is, because there are some thicker spots. All right, there's still some liquid in the bottom. I'm gonna add the ground beef back, well, ground beef, ground turkey, both of that, all of that, back in. Ooh, I'm sweaty. To this, gonna add some of the crushed tomatoes in there. That was about half of the can. I got a full cup of rice, that's going in. Instant rice. If it was long rice, I would have cooked it. And we're gonna start mixing this around. I'm gonna add more, I just have to get things in here first. I probably could have used a little bit of that juice. We're gonna let this simmer and let the rice cook in the juices in here. There is liquid in here. It does, look, you can see it in the bottoms. Can you see that? So the rice will cook. Then we'll just have to test it for flavor and whatnot. It still needs more tomato. I'm gonna put that whole can in here. I make quite a bit, guys. Yep. It needs more. I know what it's supposed to look like, and that ain't it. Get in there. You can also use a can of spaghetti sauce or a jar. And we're gonna add some sauerkraut to this. The sauerkraut is what takes it up just a notch. All right, I'll get that to mixing. Put a lid on it, let it simmer for about 10 minutes. All right, that's been a couple of minutes, not long. Look at that. Gonna add some of the kraut. Add as much or as little as you want. Kraut is cabbage, it's just pickled cabbage. So it's not too far off the mark by wanting to add some to it. It gives it, I don't know, it gives it like a twang or something. I don't know how to explain it. We ate what we used to call pigs in the blanket, baked in the oven with cabbage in it. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. That was my favorite part, the sauce and the cabbage, not cabbage, kraut. I ate about half of that can. There we go. Got to add a little bit of the juice. That's it. We're just going to let that thing cook. I think dinner is done, finally. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, boy. Yep. Oh, yeah. Rice is cooked. Hold on. All right. Let's see if it's soft enough. So I snitched a taste. It needs some garlic. All right, let me give that a big old mix. It would look better if it had chunks of tomato in it, but didn't have enough. All right, let me just take another little taste of that. Might need a little bit of salt, because I've been adding salt and pepper as we've been going. I added the seasoning to the meat, and I think I showed you when I did it. All right, let me get a taste. Get some of the rice. Oh, that's perfect now. Let me get everything together and show you everything I made. Oh my gosh, look at all that food. I got a giant bowl of pasta salad, a giant part of deconstructed cabbage rolls, a bunch of mashed potatoes, a small thing of green beans, and some peach cobbler. That is tonight's dinner, Sunday supper. Let's just get down here and look at it. Look at that, yummy. Look at all that. And then the green beans. Oops. And then the cake, or cobbler. And there's my plate. I'm gonna meet you at the table.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
Sunday supper. Oh, I said supper. I did it again. Look at my plate. Oh my gosh. There's no way. No way. So, what do you want to start with, Eric? That?
Yeah.
The deconstructed cabbage roll?
Yes.
There's no way I'm eating all of this. Get a little bit of everything. Whoops. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Ready? Let me give it a blow first. Yeah, it's hot. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Mmm.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you season well, though. Let me take another bite just to make sure.
It's really good.
Mm. Now, they don't know this, but I do. But we went to the service the other day, and you were eating somebody else's actual stuffed cabbage, and I kept saying, that's not what it's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
There's a major difference, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
You like this better?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. All right, potatoes are potatoes. Let's go for the pasta salad, see how you like that. You could try the potatoes, but the same way I always make them. A little bit of the meat. You ready? Let's go. Mmm. Yeah, that's good. You like that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I know he does. We also have the peach cobbler over there after we have dinner, if our bellies can take it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll see you then, or I'll see you at the wrap-up. Bye-bye. All right, so Eric and I are here. We're just going to do it right here. He doesn't want any whipped cream because they have the almond whipped cream. He doesn't want any of his ice cream. He just wants this. You want a big scoop like that?
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm just going to take a small taste because I'm super full. Whoop. Got it on there.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. Look in there, guys. Can you see it there? Let me zoom you in, maybe. Look at that right down in there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to take what's on the bottom there and get a nice little piece out for me. There we go. All right. Let me get a plate and taste it. Zoom me out a little bit. All right. So we're going to give it a go.
All right.
Get a little bit of the cake and a little bit of the peaches. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Mmm.
Mmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Mm.
That is sweet though.
It is. That's good.
A little bit of ice cream will calm that down though. Oh boy.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
It's good.
All right. Let me give everybody their dessert and then we'll see what they think about it. Dinner's over. How we do? Boom. They could not finish. Aiden, what did you think about dinner as a whole? Like the main meal, not the cake.
I really liked it.
Did it taste like Grandma's stuffed cabbage that I make?
Yes,
Okay. What did you think about the dessert?
I really liked it.
You really liked it, right? You had 2 helpings, yeah. All right. Let's see what Eric thinks. Eric, what did you think about dinner as a whole, not the dessert?
I think dinner was really good. I really liked the deconstructed
Stuffed cabbage.
stuffed cabbage. It was.
And what did you think about the peach cobbler?
I really liked the peach cobbler. I think the cake part on the top of it was the best, though.
I did too. It's real sweet too, yeah. I like that part too. Blaze, what did you think?
I thought it was really good.
Nick?
It was amazing.
Tyler?
It was fantastic.
Okay, Jesse?
It was amazing.
Yeah, what did you think about dinner?
It was absolutely delicious, and I'm glad I got that second plate.